Right, thank you both for giving me a bit of your time.
All good.
We should pan down and look how kind of like.
You've got to come correct here.
Obviously, we're here for the Asian Sports Award. Do you want to just tell us a little bit, kind of, why you're here today, and yeah, obviously, talk about a little bit about the event.
Yeah, you know, we just got invited. You know, definitely grateful that this comes. You know, these things just show me, you know, recognition of hard work, and that's what we believe in. So, you know, it's a nice little event here, and yeah, you know, just.
Well, Bilal got invited. We just gate crashed. We just said we're coming. Yeah, we just said we was coming.
No, it's the whole team. She just told me, you know, bring the whole team down. You know, she likes what we do, and you know, we was more than happy to come down. So, you know, we're grateful that we're here.
Yeah, just in regards to both of you, obviously this is an Asian award, but just in regards to like yourself, both of you really, do you feel that like enough's being done for you know, other cultures, you know, Black and Asian cultures, like not just in sport, but I'm talking about in general.
In sport, as probably you know, boxing is heavily probably dominated as well in the kind of the likes of the ways of ethnic minority communities. Is enough being done? More can always be done. Sometimes that's a simple way of looking at what can we do more, what can we do more. But you know, when we come to the events like these, young Asian sports personality, Bilal be invited, we're all coming as a team. We're just here to support. You know, we're happy that Sonia's put on this event, happy that she's invited Bilal, invited us. You know what I mean? So it's kind of a case of once someone makes a step, someone else can make a step. You know, nothing's going to change overnight, but things can change over time if everyone's willing to put the effort in. So when we say is enough being done, something can always more be done, but it takes the people to want to do it for it to change. So it's not the case of sometimes always looking at colour this, colour that. Sometimes it's about just putting the case on, let's just do something to help the younger ones see that there's a better way of doing stuff, a more positive way and a more fulfilling way. And then hopefully that will break barriers and break, you know, ceilings and stuff like that, and everyone will be able to grow as one.
I think as well with like social media nowadays, especially with yourself, like being a boxer, is, you know, you must get a lot of like, kids come up to you and recognise you and stuff. How does that feel that you're now like a role model? Really?
You know what? It just, as in when I was young, I never really thought this would ever happen. But you know, everything happens for a reason, and you know, I'm actually very happy that I could be a role model to these younger kids. Because you know, me being me when I was at that age, I never had really anyone to look up to. So I'm more than happy to be a role model to these younger kids and just, you know, be there for them when they need me, you know, and just to show them that, you know, there's a more positive way. It's not just about, you know, doing this and doing that. You know, there's more positive ways to go through, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, like you said, how do I feel? You know, I feel very, very, very happy, but there's a lot of work to be done. That's why I don't want to let them down, don't want to let myself down, don't want to let my team down. So that's why I've got to keep doing what I'm doing, and yeah, you know, just keep basically just keep doing what I'm doing.
Boxing's kind of breaking a lot of boundaries. Really,
yeah, it really is, and that's, you know, that's, I think, you know, since probably 2012, the Olympic Games, Anthony Joshua, Luke Campbell, some of these guys, boxing has really been on the resurge, and with that, I think a lot of people have now jumped onto it. Lots of boxing clubs opening. Lots of people now watching boxing on a regular basis, TV as well, BT involved, Sky heavily involved, and then with that, you know, people are knowing not just boxers themselves, but the team around boxing, you know, the promoters, you know, two of the biggest promoters in the business are here in the UK, some of the biggest fighters in the game are here in the UK, you know, us, Stamina Fasel, Tunde Ajayi, Anthony, myself, Bilal, you know, Doris, Cam, Nick, Charlie. There's a real charge of energy getting into boxing. As you know, you guys are seeing a lot of now interviewers coming on the set, you know what I mean, breaking through, trying to get contacts, trying to meet and greet people, small socials, people are going to them. People are trying to find out, not about the guy who they see in front of them with red shorts on a Saturday night, but they want to know a bit more about their life. They want to know a bit more about how they got there, why they got there, why they chose boxing, you know, and kids are seeing that. Like you said, social media, it's massive. You know, we do something in the gym and within 25 minutes, 100,000 people have seen it, you know, and that's a really big thing. But then people are also trying to get involved in how these people walk, talk, where they go, what they eat, and everything like that. So it's become massive. The media has helped push that on as well. And I just think the more and more it grows, if there can be good that comes out of it, that helps young people, from all cultures, black, white, Asian, Christian, Muslim, you know, tall, short, fat, thin, whatever. If it can help everyone in a positive way, why not? You know, why not?
Absolutely. Just move on to you. Obviously, you know, you had your fight. God, was it about a month, 2 months ago now?
Yeah, around 2 months ago.
Yeah. So you're 2-0 now.
Yeah.
What's the likelihood that your next fight?
Well, right now I'm just working. You know, should be an announcement soon. You know, my job is just to keep working, doing what I'm doing, and just waiting for an announcement. You know, because the main thing is to just keep the work going. You know, that's what we believe in.
As well, isn't it? So it's not about kind of rushing it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you like sleeping and messing about, and I'm like, what are you doing? It's a joke. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, but I'm playing computer. Like, forget your damn computer. So, you know what I mean? It's good. He's working very hard, you know.
Yeah, no, man, I'm just, that's what it's about. And I always get told from my team, which I always say I'm very grateful for having, you know, a team that's so motivated and so focused. And that remind me how focused you need to be in this sport, you know, because me, you know, I'm still growing. I've got a lot of growing to do. So sometimes when you're young, you know, your focus goes around everywhere. But because I've got a team that's so strong and so focused, you know, my mind is always here, you know, in the gym, in boxing, and I know where I want to be. My team knows where we got to be, and you know, where.
And that's what you said. He's young. Sometimes these young kids get a bit flash. You know, sometimes I like Bilal, and I have to give it to him sometimes. It's not easy with these young kids. You know, 23. They think the world's their oyster. They think everything can be given to them. Like, we did. You got to do your runs. He's like, oh, forget all of that. I just want to stay in one position and hit someone. You know, but he's young. He's got a hell of a lot of energy. He's very active. He's got a sharp mind. Bilal's progressed probably as quick as anything. Like, as a fighter in the team, he's progressed massively. Obviously, having someone to look up to like Anthony, and then having a mentor like Tunde, and obviously me being his coach, that's helped with that. But generally, it comes down to his own effort. What he puts in, he will get out. You know, and coming into our team, you know, we're serious lions. We take this sport extremely seriously, and you have to be strong because you will get found out. We will apply pressure on you that you've never seen, and that's just to see if you're really up for being in this game. You know, and he's passed every test, and he's got a long way to go. He's only young. In the case of the game, he's a baby. He's an absolute baby.
I'd say he's very grounded. Like,
he is.
I've seen, you know, we go to a lot of small hall shows, and just guys on the small hall shows, you kind of feel they're running before they, they're walking.
Yeah.
And it's, I think you're very grounded. Obviously, you know, I spent some time with you, and it's so being in a team. Do you think as well being in a small team helps a little bit more rather than having a big stable?
I think it's down to focus and concentration and energy. Tunde, obviously, he manages Anthony and Bilal. He's Anthony's head trainer. He keeps a close eye, very, very close eye on what Bilal's doing and how he's progressing. And I think where our numbers are quite small, you have that energy to put into them. I put all my energy into Bilal and to Anthony as well. And where, like I say, I've said this before, trainers that have loads of fighters, if they can do it, it's fantastic. We have a different platform that we work on. We rather concentrate on just one or two guys that are in front of us. You know, Tunde has this one fighter, one trainer. You know, and then with that, you develop that fighter that you're training. You develop yourself and you develop him. And, you know, with that, we try and grow with that, and it helps us just keep everything tight. I get to see every one of Bilal's moves. I get to see everything that he's thinking, that he's doing in training on a daily basis, because it's not when we get to fight night and I'm saying you've got to do this and 100 different things. All this should have been done in the training center. So it's hours after hours, days after days, week after week, month after month, year after year.
Do you guys have like a long term, like a 6 months, like 1 year, 2 year kind of plan, or is it at the moment just going to take one fight as it comes? You
know, when we're working, our head is for the future. You know, we don't work just for today, for tomorrow. You know, when we train, we don't train for that certain fight. We train for the future. You know, we think big, and you know, when we're training, we're thinking about the world level. We're not just thinking about now. So I think that's where the focus comes in. I think that's why the focus is so strong, and I think that's why, because we know how hard the sport is, we know how much work we got to put in. So I think that's why, you know, we just keep working and working, and yeah. So it's definitely our heads our plan is for world levels, and that's what we're going to do.
Ideally, what would you like? How many fights would you like for us 2019?
Well, to be honest, it's just what Tunde says. He's my manager, so he knows best. You know, he's been here many times through Anthony, even before that. So I have my full trust in him, full trust in my team. You know what I mean? Ade, we're always putting that work in. You know, Ade's always, you know, in a way, on my case kind of thing, in terms of staying focused and, you know, keep training. So 100% I've got the right team with me, and you know, we're going to go far, and I can just see it and I can feel it, so it's good.
Just finally, before I let you guys go, obviously the big fight for Anthony, Sandro Kolarov, it's been touted for September. How do you see that going? I mean, bearing in mind Kolarov's not quite the fighter he is, but it's in Russia, and you see rumours and issues that he's had outside of boxing, i.e., you know, I don't want to make accusations, but not living a life, smoking, drinking and other substances. Does that sort of worry you guys going out there?
No, well, if you cross the road, if you keep on worried that a car is going to hit you, you may not cross it. You got to cross the road. Whether we're in Russia or we're in the Emirates or we're in York Hall, or you know what, we're outside the Dog and Duck, and he turns up and he says, I've got the belt. He turns up and he said, I've got the belt, do you want to do your rounds now? We're up for it, because when you set out what you want to do in life, what you want to do in this sport, you walk into your destiny. If it's there for you, you walk into it. Going to Russia, people made a big deal of it, oh, they're this, they're that. Everyone knows what it is. How they are out there is how they are. We ain't going to change that. We're not trying to change that. We're going out to do a job. The job is go there, get in the ring, knock him out, get the belt, come back home. That's what we have to keep on focus in our mind. Anything else is whatever. We just have to do our job.
Did you guys kind of see issues coming up as you lead up to the fight, i.e. their side trying to put as many complications as possible and trying to, or is it just one of the things where you're kind of blocking out, taking it as it comes?
That's the thing. You got the mind games, you got this, you got everything. Like I say, you can't get into this sport and think it's going to be sunshine and roses all the time. Of course there's going to be things that come up. There's going to be some things that come up, there's going to be in the media, there's going to be things that come, it's not going to be in the media. But if you allow all of that to cloud what your ultimate goal is, then you're already distracted. The focus is, get the belt. That's it. Whether it's Russia, Japan, South Korea, or in front of Kim Jong-un, it doesn't matter. Get the belt. Do what you have to do to get the belt. So that is it. That's all we're focused on. Go there, knock him out, get the belt, come back home.
Absolutely. Well, obviously we hope he does.
He will.
Yeah, you will do. Before we go, do you guys want to shout out like social medias or any shout outs or anything that you...
Yeah, just follow me on my Instagram, Bilal Ali Official, my Twitter, The Real Bilal Ali, my Snapchat, Bilal-Ali96, and my Facebook, Bilal Ali.
B1 money. Captain built the ship, Anthony's lead the way, B1 came next. Cam wraps her hands, Charlie's the future, Darius looks good. All day, every day, I was there from day one. Nick writes the paperwork, Frank believed in us, BT watches us, Adidas dress us, right, stamina for sale, that's all of us. All day. Thank you.